東芝が鮮やかさのスケールを変えた世界初の技術ブラックストライプ。カラーの極限東芝 IC ブライトロンブラックストライプ。
パトロールとか今度のやつは強すぎます。
最強です。
慌てることはない。
これをダンシングゴジラ。
なるほど、最強には最強か。
今三菱の超最強芯を買うとモノマネマシン付きダンシングゴジラが当たります。
さあお待ちかね、土曜の夜は変身トリオが大活躍。7時半からは仮面ライダー V3。 今回は死刑台の V3 です。
8時は人造人間キカイダー。かっこいい二郎青年が子連れ怪物ブラックハリモグラに挑戦します。
その後8時半からのデビルマンは幼獣アルロン恐怖のマキシ。あなたもテレビを見ながら応援してあげてくださいね。
Kyle. Yep. What are you doing? I'm just chilling the time because not a G-Fest this weekend.
There's a show to do.
What? You my show!
Why, hello, and welcome to episode 30 of Collect All Monsters.
Wow.
The YouTube program that delves into the collectible side of the Kaiju genre. What is going on? This is the episode for July 2022, and we are short a member, or two, or three,
at
the moment. Obviously, I'm Kyle, Kaiju Cast host extraordinaire, and been working on this show obviously for 3 years. You guys know me. Hello to everybody. Let's just go ahead and get this done now. 24 people are watching. You guys are the kings because we figured nobody would be here. Everybody would be at G-Fest. Hello, John McCoy. Hello, Chris Reed. Hello, Alex Sawyer. Hello, Kaiju Battle. What's up, Helmy and Bad Goji? If you're in the chat, if you're watching live, go ahead and throw a message into the chat today. Like Giuseppe, what's up, dude?
What's up, Giuseppe?
Kaiju Sketches.
Wow, love that dude.
If you are here watching live, thank you for being here. We are going to actually try and interact with you guys a little bit more today. We're broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook. Hello, Rusty and
up,
Eddie
Rusty?
And Knights of Old and Joey. Dude,
hey, this is awesome.
We got a lot of people watching.
Yes, we do.
You guys rule. Well, thank you for being here. We are hashtag not at GFest 2022. And I didn't actually get to say hello to my good friend, David Dopko. How's it going, buddy?
It's going great, Kyle. I'm a little bit sad, but I'm not sad that you and I are doing this today because this is going to cheer us up and everybody else up, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Right.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
James, we can see your name, sir. And Greg, hello. Hello to you.
Greg?
What is up, everybody? Thanks for being here. Let's see. We're typically we have 3 more people here, but Leslie is at G-Fest. John, excuse me. My voice did a weird thing there. Oh, hey, what's up, Mark Peterson? Doc Tongue.
What's up, Mark?
And anyway, Christine is out doing some hilarious. I didn't get to come up with a good excuse for her, like ziplining into Godzilla's mouth, but she's doing something fun with her guy. John is going to come join us in just a few minutes. He has a prior engagement that he's sort of dovetailing into this, so we are going to have our co-hosts join us. Alex's dad, Charles, says hello too. What's up, Charles?
What's up, Charles? What's up,
How's
Alex?
everybody doing? Glad to have everybody here. I probably already said that like 5 times. super profesh
You
today.
can say it
We're gonna
again.
keep this.
Say it as many times as you want.
We're gonna keep it laid back today because, especially right now, it's just me and David.
Hey, Kyle. It's
yeah,
time
what's up,
for
David?
The Kyle and David Show.
That's right, the Kyle and the David Show.
It's not like we haven't done one before, but you know.
That's right, several times. What's up,
You're
Chris
like old
Hill?
time's sake. What's up, Chris?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Got a lot of cool people watching.
Yeah,
I'm
35
stoked.
people now. We're gaining traction as we go.
Woohoo!
You know, why don't we do this? We have some feet on the scene at G-Fest, right?
We do indeed.
You know, some people who have hooked us up with some really cool things to watch, some cool things to share with you guys. And so I thought that, you know, it'd be kind of cool to just show you what's happening at G-Fest. We're not going to narrate it or anything. But I did get from Nick Sides, one of our members, one of our viewers
Awesome
and
members.
members of
Yep.
the Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors. I'll mute this, but he shot a video of the dealer's room at G-Fest. So you and I specifically could sort of see what we were missing at this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark
We're
is like,
missing.
"What's this G-Fest that we're talking about?"
I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know,
I don't
Mark.
know.
It's just some kind of little convention that they just threw together. You know. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's Bob and Marianne.
Bob
Yep.
and Marianne. Yep.
See, it's good to see people we love and know and we're missing at this show.
You know what,
I
Kyle?
think
It's a tie between missing the old friends that we've known for years and actually getting to meet a lot of our Collect All Monsters members for the first time at G-Fest. So I'm sort of in the middle. I'm sad about both aspects of it because I definitely want to meet some of you guys out there who have joined us for the last couple of years during the pandemic. So, but yeah, I know it's great to see our old friends. Not old friends, old friends. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean, my friend.
Yeah, you do.
And not only are we getting some cool videos just from people that like the show, Leslie Chambers, the man, the myth, and the legend,
Yes.
has been live streaming. So he showed us. I'm gonna sort of scrub through here. He showed us the new venue.
Look at this.
Man, it looks beautiful, Kyle.
Yeah, that
looks
new
really
venue
classy.
is a world-class looking hotel, I gotta say. Then, you know, one of the coolest things that happened... Oh, he's also, you know, chatting with people. There's Tanner Steffen. We're going to talk about him in just a second as well. In addition to chatting with Tanner, these guys in the hallway here actually got us to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube right here. This is the moment last night or the night before when it happened. It's all a blur right now. But we're super, super happy. Thank you guys for subscribing, you three new guys. And anybody else who hasn't subscribed to the Collect All Monsters YouTube channel, I don't say this enough, but please do subscribe.
Please.
Subscribers give us, it's not just like, oh, we want more people to see the show, which it is true, but there's a lot of things that you can do a lot easier if you have more people watching. Like if we ever wanted to do something on a large scale where we had to produce hundreds of items for us to be able to make something work, like we want to be able to sell things to hundreds of our viewers, if possible. Hey, speaking of Tanner, what's up, Tanner? How's it going,
Tanner.
dude? Good to see you. Apparently, Gorosaurus flipped Leslie the bird.
Oh,
on
I
one
saw
of the live
that. I
streams.
saw that. That was hysterical. That was hysterical. I mean, Leslie was kind of egging him on. He said something to the effect of, "Glad to see your jaws back in place, buddy." Something like that. So, you know, I mean, he was egging him on. And
He's
like,
asking for it.
He's like,
He's
I
asking for it.
I got Kong's number on speed dial. So, and I bet he does too.
He does. He definitely does. Also, Tanner put together this Collect All Monsters group on the first night with Jonathan Portman. Oh, Chris Gonzalez, I think. Sorry if I'm not getting your name right, man. Also, Ken and Andrew Hall. I'm just scrubbing again through this. And Greg Fountain. Wait, did I miss somebody? Larry Latham was there.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, just super, super cool to see, A, the people we miss, B, to see them able to actually live stream and stuff now. Like, I remember that the Crown Plaza, the previous hotel of G-Fest, was pretty much a pit when it came to, like, connection for me. Like, if somebody said, hey, you want to stream the Kaiju Cast panel, there would have been no way to do that. So I'm glad that we were able to get some actual streams happening from our men on the street. How's it going, All To Run Kaiju? And what's up, Eric Stolp, who's also at G-Fest. Thanks for watching. Hope we're not interrupting some deep dish pizza right now.
Yummy, yummy.
Now, David, do you want to show the clip of from the, I'm guessing, from the opening ceremonies?
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, you wanna give me an introduction for it first?
Wait, now refresh my memory. Oh, was this from opening ceremonies? Sorry, I got confused.
I'm guessing. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know if it's from it.
This is the awesomeness that is, I think it's the opening ceremonies. Ken is reverting back to his childhood, and he's letting Godzilla slide down the sliding board. And I think he's got the first Marusan, and I think he's got a bull mark back there too. I'm not quite sure, but let's see. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. Thank you so much, Len, for allowing us to see this.
Now you have to do both.
Yes, thank you, Len Medlock. We appreciate that,
Again,
sir.
Really appreciate it. It's very kind of you to do that. But how fun is that? How appropriate and awesome is that?
That's very whimsical.
It is. It's extremely whimsical.
Yeah.
Quintessentially whimsical.
Is it quintessential? All right. It means the quintessential mark.
Hey!
There it goes.
Wow.
Yeah, some fun is definitely being had at G-Fest. The FOMO is real, I tell ya.
It's really real.
What else do we have that we could share while we're waiting for Mr. Ruffin to join us? Let's see.
I don't know.
Yeah, there is a second video from the dealer's room that I could just pop in here real quick, and we could have this going as we talk. The dealer's room, obviously, for collectors is a huge highlight. And we're going to be talking about our favorite G-Fest memories in the second half of this episode. Again, thank you guys for being here, for being part of this, and helping us soothe our hearts for not being at this what was once an annual show for me. But now we're just living vicariously through our friends with internet connections.
Yes, we are. And thank everybody for sharing with us, too. I mean, I think Kyle said it before. It really makes us feel like we're almost there. It's the next best thing, and we really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Just because we're doing laid back, got a question from Knights of Old. What's up, dude? How's it going? Thanks for watching. Has the crazy decline of the yen to the dollar affected my move to Japan?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. It hasn't yet. And the only effect it's going to have in the immediate future is when I can get over there to buy a house. Because, oh my goodness, if you want to talk about saving some money, buy a house when the exchange rate is to your favor. Holy moly. That's the biggest effect that's going to have on my move. Probably not going to be able to get over till October, to be perfectly honest. But man, how rad would it be, David, if during the broadcast that's supposed to happen when I'm over there, if everything lines up correctly, how awesome would it be for me to go, dude, I bought a house?
I would be so extremely happy for you. That's the coolest thing. And the forecasters are saying that the yen is going to remain weak for quite some time. So I think you're going to be okay in October.
Yeah. I'm trying to hide the excited face with serious concern for the yen.
No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. The universe is making this happen for you.
Helmy's asking if I'm going to be at the Godzilla birthday this year. No, I'm not planning on being there. Actually, Knights of Old is asking if there's a video where I discuss the plans in Japan. Man, we have talked about it off and on in different formats. However, I'm about this close to launching a new channel where it's basically just going to be Kyle's show where we talk about the process. Once that happens and
idea.
It's there, I'll be ready to share that stuff. But this is even though we're laid back today, this stuff is super not part of like the Collect All Monsters wheelhouse. So anybody who has those questions for me, stick around and follow me on that channel, because part of the reason I want to make that channel is to sort of demystify the whole process of moving to Japan and illustrate the experience that I have as I try to do it. And it's one of those things where I think it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, but you never know. Some hitch might happen, and it might stop me from going.
Don't even put it out there. Don't even put that out there.
But so far, everything is really like doors are like sliding open, like beautiful shoji screens, beckoning me into Japan.
Nice analogy.
Anyway, and yeah, we'll totally. You know what? We need to do another. We need to do another just sort of general Japan talk anyway, Japan chat in the group at some point. We'll talk about some other stuff happening in the group as well. We've got a new segment that we're going to be debuting in this episode that will even expand next episode and beyond. Also, yeah, I don't know. We'll just kind of play this out. Play this out. So, still no John, but that's okay.
All right.
That's no problem. We're gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna turn to David and I'm gonna say, David, let's kick off our Showa and Tell segment. Tell me what you have gotten since we saw you last on Collect All Monsters.
Well, first of all, I want to say the actor who plays Ken is Hiroyuki Kawase. I called him Ken because that's how we all knew him as a child, but he is a grown man now, Hiroyuki Kawase, so I forgot to mention that, and he is one of the awesome guests at G-Fest this year, so I just wanted to say that real quick. So, we did a box day reveal a while ago, right, Kyle? We did one, like, last week or the week before, so yeah. I'm just going to quickly show what I got, because
sounds good.
Because we already showed it. So, I did get something from the new Shin Ultraman movie, Shin Noranga.
Awesome.
And this is by the company CCP, who is always doing quality vinyls, and they banged it out with this Ultraman stuff. And let me show you the actual figure. And this is the actual figure. It's like model kit quality, or X Plus quality, I should say, because it's built and painted. It's a beautiful rendition of this really cool monster that I can't wait to see on the big screen. I mean,
someday.
Someday. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to sort of be like Shin Godzilla, where we get to see it in the fall, right? That was like kind of the late fall when we saw it, like around Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah.
And
that'd be nice.
And I'm really excited. Actually, Keith is very excited to see this because I made him watch the X Plus level. Yes, indeed, Giuseppe. He and I watched the that 10 minutes of the film. I just couldn't. I couldn't contain myself. I couldn't resist. And he's like, David, this looks really good. I'm like, yes, it does. So we're gonna go opening night, no matter when and where it shows up.
And wherever it is.
When and where it shows up. So Shin Noranga, pretty cool.
Awesome.
Now let's see. This sort of ties into my news item, but I'll save that part for later. But I did get the new Saru Jirushi 1962 Godzilla, and it came out initially as a blank blue and a blank red, and I was holding out for the standard painted version, but I should have held out just a little bit longer because we'll talk about what's coming in my news item, but in the meantime, let me show you what I did get. This is the Saru Jirushi standard painted version of the 1962 Godzilla, sculpted by the ever-talented Yamada-san. And we just absolutely love this.
Beautiful.
It's big, and let me show you just how big this guy is. I thought he would be in the right scale with the apes King Kong, but he's way bigger. I mean, Godzilla is bigger than Kong, but not this big. I mean, he's way bigger, but very cool. very happy to have this. Thanks again to Jay Key and Toku Toy Town, who I'm sure is having a blast right now as we speak at G-Fest, because I know he's there. And,
Absolutely.
And then finally, if I'm not forgetting anything, I did get this little cool item. This is the Max Toy Co. Ultraman. Rainbow Ultraman, I should say. And I just love Mark's sculpts and his paint jobs. They're just really fun and whimsical. And you know, how cool is it to have a Rainbow Ultraman? I mean, he's just awesome. So
it's super cool, dude.
It's super cool. And they're so great because they're affordable and they have a small footprint on your shelf. So I can kind of stick them in between anywhere. So that, I think,
I love a
Kyle,
small footprint.
I love a small footprint these days too. That's all I have going on right now, unless I forgot something. But what do you have to show us? I know you've got some things to show.
Oh yeah, definitely. If Leslie was here, he'd be like coughing loudly and saying "Biatus, Biatus" at me because this is not the month for my Biatus to shine. I actually, the rule on the Biatus has generally been that if it's something that goes with what I'm doing, like what you're about to see, the Gigan's, I will spring for something like that. This is a custom painted piece. This is a Marmot monster having Gigan. I collect them, and it's been custom painted with a sort of black. It's almost like a matte black with a satin black and silver, just very standard. Cool. It looks very cool and very, very subdued in a sense. I might actually have that custom painted in a certain way. I'm not exactly sure yet, but that was one of the things that came in recently, and I showed that in a box day in the Collectible Monsters Monster Collectors group. Also, I picked up this Super 7 Godzilla glow in the dark, which of course has the little tongue that comes out. This is on fair game, I should say, because it's a glow in the dark, and my glowy shelf right up here can always use more. It's not packed at all. Then today, my friend, I wish I could show you the fully built up item, but this is the Godzilla skeleton Gashapon.
Very cool.
And I picked up a glow in the dark version and the bone version for like $45 shipped. So that was a pretty good deal.
That's really good ship. That's great.
Yeah, that was from eBay of all places. I don't normally go on eBay to buy things, but I've been looking there recently because I'm searching everywhere for certain items. Yes! Sweet. Our buddy John is here.
Yay! Hey, man. Hey John.
Good to see you.
Hey guys, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm just finishing up here. Just finishing up. And actually, I'll finish up my Showa and tell, and then I'll highlight a few people in the comments, and then we'll move on to your Showa and tell, dude. So this
Perfect timing.
Another item that is sort of like, it's outside of my normal what I get. However, if people remember back in like, I'm going to say back early this year, really early this year, probably like January or something like that, I thought I bought this figure from Mandarake in Japan. And when it showed up, it was not right. And I was like, what is wrong with this? I took it outside into the light. This is the correct figure, the one I've always wanted. That is a red vinyl with a black spray, silver highlights, and there's a little teal on the front and on the spines. Right? The very slight difference was that it looked almost exactly like this, but instead of it being black spray, it was a dark, almost black forest green vinyl. And then it had red spray, silver highlights, and I was like, this is wrong. The only time I have ever sent anything back to Mandarake.
Wow.
And I was like, you sold me
I didn't know you could do it.
Thing.
Wow.
It's a pain in the ass. I do not suggest it at all, honestly. Yeah, actually, especially because when we did it, it was like the height of COVID. And like shipping things to Japan is not cheap anyway, but shipping things at the time, I was like, it's going to cost $80 to ship it back to you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, do it. I was like, all right, if you're reimbursing me, I will. So that's my TED
Wow.
Talk. Got him.
It's gorgeous.
Love him.
Awesome.
Gonna keep him forever.
So that's kind of like Popey colors, right, Kyle? What'd you say?
Yeah, like the
It's
old,
like
the
Popey
Beatland.
inspired.
The Beatland
telephone.
Phone. Telephone. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I was looking at it
saw
originally.
Yep.
I don't know if I like this. Hang on, let's do this for a bit.
Hi, John.
I don't like that either. Anyway, so let's see here. We got a couple people said hi, John, Giuseppe and Alex, and Jason Gamble. What's up? Gambro, sorry. Fanciest of Cats. Great to have you here. Jonathan Portman from G-Fest.
Jonathan
How's it
from
going?
G-Fest.
Oh man!
I hope the panel was a lot of fun, Jonathan. I got to watch a little bit of it before we started the show.
Me too. I watched some. Nice job so far. What we saw was great.
What's up, John from Butch and Alex?
What's up, Butch?
Yeah.
Alex, bless you guys.
And Joel says hello as well. Thank you guys for being here. John, thank you for showing up, man. What was the holdup, pal? No. Just what were you up to?
That time? A busy day. Started off, had to give myself a haircut. And then had a graduation to do this morning for school, and then I had just a speaking engagement. I just finished on Zoom, so it's been busy. But I've also been really busy buying stuff. So it's good to be with everybody.
That's what everybody wants.
I got my G-Fest on, not a G-Fest. So just in the spirit of being at G-Fest, I had to shop.
Awesome.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
And it's great to see those who have come on, to join us. So let me share just some of the stuff I got, some interesting stuff. I got a Holy Grail,
Paul.
too. But,
what's up, Paul?
Thanks for being here.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Some of you probably already have it, the little Yun Arikawa from Godzilla Singular Point. Yeah, you can't really good. I mean, the accessories are fantastic. Some of us probably already got Jet Jaguar default reel.
Nice.
No,
you're the first to show that on here.
Oh, just came. Thank you, awesome collector. Jason. Always have to get some books. Got some old vintage like cinema magazines. One for Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah.
Nice.
And I can't get enough of 84. Another one for Godzilla 4. Then it's old classic Godzilla and Dinosaurs book.
Oh, I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic, dude.
Let me see if I can find. I put it away. Oh. Now, David, you might appreciate this. I don't have it. I put it away in my protective book. I was able to get my hands on the October 29th through November 5th, 28th through November 5th, Philadelphia Inquirer TV guide that listed when Terror of Mechagodzilla came on first.
No way.
Yes.
Whoa. That's...
It's got a cool black and white ad. I remembered it. I remember seeing it and having that piece of history,
I used to cut that out, John, and hang it on my wall. I cut them out. Do you remember the Last Dinosaur? That was like a primetime special on ABC.
Yes,
I cut that out, and I had it in a scrapbook.
I still have the VHS recording of that off of ABC.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
which is insane.
And with all the commercials, with all the old commercials.
I think I cut the. Yeah, I know. The music made me sad. And I got a couple other important things. I finally kind of got a vintage from Showcase Kaiju. The old vintage 1970s. Let me back up.
Nice.
Godzilla, beautiful. I mean, just wonderful condition.
It's a beauty.
You. Yes, it is.
Very nice.
But
very nice.
I finally got.
Jumbosaurus.
Dude.
I broke the bank.
Wow.
But I finally had to get him. Oh gosh.
So wait, don't put that guy away yet. Don't put him away just yet. You cannot bring a Jumbosaurus on screen without asking the quintessential questions. Does everything work? Do we have
everything works?
Okay.
The hand, it will work, but I don't want to shoot it because it took me tough to kind of get it in there.
I want to make sure nobody thinks I'm actually asking you to do anything. I'm just asking if it works. You don't have to prove it.
This does work, the roar, but I don't want to do it.
I hear you.
I'm going to do it once and record it. I'm afraid once you do it,
I saw Scott Zillner from Power Morphicon and a whole bunch of other shows was on a collectibles show with Mark Hamill, Skywalker, obviously.
Wow.
And they were talking about Godzilla figures, and they talked about the Jumbosaurus. But I'm kind of curious, what does Leslie Chambers have to say about the Jumbosaurus?
Leslie!
And Sandra, what's up? Live from G-Fest.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys?
Oh my God!
How y'all doing? Can y'all hear us real well? Are we good?
We can.
Yeah, man, we can hear you great.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
All right. How y'all doing? We're retired first and foremost.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw the panel, but Sandra Johnson, they did their thing. It was a great panel. We streamed it on the group, so if you didn't see it just yet, it should be up there like now. Great turnout at G-Fest, you know. The venue was awesome. The deals room was awesome, even though, got to be honest, was kind of jarring seeing not too many masks being worn up here. But
yeah, I noticed.
Sandra,
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Giuseppe, say hello, Sandra.
Oh, hey.
But Sandra and I, we're not taking any chances under any circumstances. Yeah, Kaiju battle, Michael. Yeah, I'm here just for a brief second. Just want to come up here and just say hello. And again, we missed y'all. And again, hopefully things will get better next year. But y'all have got to come here next year.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Again, this hotel is. I'm spoiled. I mean, again, we had some great times at the Crown. We really did. But it comes a time where, you know, you got to go from coach to first class, and this is what this venue is. And so it's great. So
that's good to know.
Yeah,
so won't be here too much longer. Which, if y'all didn't mind, I just want to show you what myself and Sandra got at the dealer.
Of course.
Yes. Show and tell is happening right now.
Yes.
The time could not have been perfect.
First and foremost, everybody in the chat, how you doing? I'm sorry you couldn't make it here at G-Fest. I'm really sad and bummed that my co-host couldn't make it because we would have had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of people, you know, they saw the Collect All Monsters shirt and it was like, wow, I know that show. Wow, you're part of that show. Like, where's everybody else? Like, they had to explain to them and all that good stuff. But a lot of people know the show. I mean, I know people do, but a lot more people knew about the show more than I thought that they would. And like. And I'm not exaggerating. Every other person would come up to me and say, "Hey, I know that show. I know you people." You know, but it was
that's awesome.
1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we made it to 1,000. Yeah.
Yes.
And that didn't take too long because I was talking with some people and they was like, "What show you talking about?" I was like, "You ever heard about Collect All Monsters?" And they immediately was like.
Nice.
And I was telling them on the show, I was telling them on y'all as co-hosts, and they was like, and next thing I know, one of the people that I was talking to and during that group was like, "Look, y'all at 1,000." So that's why I had to put that video up. It was a monumental
Leslie, we showed a little bit of that clip earlier.
Huh? You did?
I showed that clip earlier. Yeah.
Okay, good. Now we're gonna start off with the small stuff, right fast. Got these from Larry Latham. Remember, you know Larry Latham from
of course.
Larry Latham.
Yes, indeed.
And of course,
Here's some.
And Eric Stoke from Kaiju Review. Yeah, I got you. Got us these little keychain thingies and hold on.
Adorable. I love the Godzilla Tower.
I got some more.
They're awesome.
Okay, of course you got Sandra's favorite, the GMK Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
You have I'm gonna show this last because that thing is off. I can't wait. John, your favorite?
Oh, the nice Mecha. Oh, I gotta get him.
Mecha Godzilla. You have a monster who should really consider being a soccer player. Gorosaurus.
Yeah, Gorosaurus flipped you the bird today. I saw that.
He sure did.
Thanks, David.
Sorry. Family friendly.
I told him, I was like, look, it's not my fault your butt got Kong. So don't come at me because your jaw. That's what I said to him.
I know. You egged him on.
I was like, it was nice to see your jaw back in one place. He was like, I'm like, well. Of course, we got Mothra. Got a Mothra thing.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's like a little crib.
This is one of Sandra's newest favorite monsters now, and David, she's on our bandwagon. Mega Gearus.
All right, Sandra.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and finally, this is like one of the coolest ones. This is given by Larry Latham. He gave half of this stuff is from Larry Latham, but when he had this, he's like, you can have anyone you want. When he popped this out, I had to have it. John, you will definitely appreciate this, and Kyle too. I know he's a huge fan of the film. The Godzilla Tower.
Oh, that's cute. That's nice.
Oh, that's
any
dope.
Godzilla Tower is a nice
Godzilla
Tower.
Any Godzilla Tower. Yeah.
Honestly, this is the first Godzilla Tower I have in my collection. I don't have any representations of the Godzilla Tower at all. I know that there's like a Fubi one, a Marmot one, but one is better than none. So
You got that right.
Very true.
Now we go to what Sandra got for herself. And it's kind of ironic because during the whole Godzilla vs. Kong thing, I was Team Kong, obviously. She was Team Godzilla. But when she saw this today, she said she had to have it. So she got herself the 30-centimeter Mega House 2021 version of Kong. With the
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's
fantastic.
really cool. Isn't that really nicely detailed?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I'm impressed. Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm not
Very
in the market
nice.
for a Kong figure, but that is actually my favorite Kong 21 sculpt. I think.
In my opinion, it blows the S+1 out of the water.
Yeah.
And even the S+1 is okay. It's bland.
Really?
I get the issues that people have with it, but this one just blows it out of the water. I think you can pose it too, especially with the axe and everything. And
Yeah, that's dope.
so it's cool. Now we go on to the bigger stuff. And actually, I'm gonna take a detour and.
Well, that's pretty big, Leslie. What's bigger than that?
We're gonna get bigger, but I'm gonna showcase this next. And this is not for myself, and it's not for Sandra. It's for our Philly guy down there.
Oh!
He wanted me to grab this. He wanted me to grab this for him, and I told him I would. But he now joins me in owning the Monster Maker 28 Godzilla 1975 kit.
Finally.
Very nice.
Finally.
Very nice.
Thank you, Leslie and Sandra. You all made my day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Actually, we're doing a live unboxing right now. Won't take too much time because I know we're trying to get us out of here.
Well, while you're doing that, I just want to give Sandra a shout out. She was narrating the video early this morning when you were doing something else, and she was talking to this guy, and you asked the guy, "Do you like GMK?" And he said he did, and Sandra's like, "Well, that's good because I don't have to stop this interview then." So he was not playing. No, I think her exact words were, "I guess we can continue on with this interview then." All good. I heard that. I heard
Leslie.
Sandra.
Jay Key is saying that you meeting him was your biggest thrill of the weekend, and that you're welcome.
That's awesome.
There you go. That's the axe.
Oh, there's that damn axe.
Oh,
I know, David, you're not a fan of the axe. You're not a fan of the
I
axe.
know it's over the top.
But Kong was great.
Kong is great. Kong is great. I'll give you that.
Too bad he lost. I'm not over that, but
he beat Mecca, but he beat Mecca.
Yeah, he did. All right, now on to myself. What I got for myself, I'm gonna try and breeze through it. I couldn't help myself because I seen a couple of y'all have this book, and I was like, you know what? If I get a chance to get it, I'm gonna get it. Just got a little picture book. With all
yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
like that.
that's a good. Yeah. Yes.
Spoiler alert, conspicuous by his absence, you won't find legendary in here. You won't find legendary. I know Dave was like, preach.
Oh well.
All right, I'm going to speed through these. Okay. Sandra got this from, actually, Sandra helped me get all these. She got me the Death for Real, Godzilla 2000.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's
good.
I've been wanting that.
Cool,
That's
cool.
Very cool.
Now we're going towards the big stuff. Okay. 3 model kits. Not 1, not 2, but I got 3 model kits. How? You're gonna love me, you're gonna hate me, but I gotta show it anyway. The Monster Maker 28 version of Gigan.
Oh man!
Wow. I just look forward to seeing that in your collection, man.
Yeah, that's a beauty.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's wicked. That's
Monster Maker 28. Those are the ones.
Those are the ones. And he had a whole bunch of them. I think like 9 or 10 of them, quite frankly.
Really?
Yeah, this one is great. And also, if you saw Steve Herron, I think he posted on one of the Kaiju Kit Builders Club on Facebook, whatever. There's actually many dots in the sculpt. So when you paint it and put the visor over it, it gives off that multi-dotted look of the visor.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's detail right there. You know?
That's nice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
nice.
So can't wait to get this done so I can make Kyle happy. So.
Make me very happy, please.
No problem. All right, next kit. And again, I'm tired of S Plus. I'm tired of waiting for them. I'm still an S Plus guy, but I'm still tired of waiting for them to do this monster. Some people think he would never come out. I think he will, but I'm not that guy. But look, I'm tired of waiting for this train. I'm gonna take a plane, and now I got myself the Resin Chef Mecha King Ghidorah.
I knew it. Yeah.
I had a feeling.
The hint of X Plus not putting it out after.
There's not much.
The hint, yeah.
There's not much X Plus hasn't done, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of folks tend to think that he's never coming out. I think he will. I think because it's going to take a long time. Or at least it takes time to get the mechanical parts for King Ghidorah. It's going to make him even more delicate. And King Ghidorah's already a delicate figure.
You know what the holdup is, right?
What?
They're waiting on all those parts to come from the future. Hey!
Oh, yeah, right. That was good, Kyle. That was genius.
Sorry.
I'll see myself out.
He's here all week, folks. He's here all week.
Unfortunately.
I can't wait to get this built and painted, and this is great. And finally, I got myself a Grail piece. And I normally don't like to say I have Grail pieces, or did I have like these Grails I want to go after, because I don't want to be disappointed, right? Sometimes you can have so much of a high hope and you would never get it, and then you sitting there all mad and depressed, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, this was a kit that I really wanted to get for myself. And I know this kit, some people love it, some people not so love it, but it's one of those Godzilla designs. You see it very rarely, and you especially saw it rare in this particular film. But this version of Godzilla, I've always loved, even more so than the suit accurate one from this very film. And there's another Monster Maker 28 kit, by the way. But I got myself the Monster Maker 28 30cm model kit of the 1984 Cybot Godzilla.
Dude, very nice. I threw up Michael's comment too early. You were on a roll with the kids.
Do they have another Cybot?
No. Unfortunately, no. I was asking.
You've got more kits. You've got more resin kits than I do at this point, Leslie. You really do. Hands down, you really do. That's fantastic.
And it's funny too, because when I got the kit, David, you know Doc Mac, right?
Of course. Yep.
Yeah, I got a couple kits from him. When he saw that I got that, he was like, "I'll buy it from you." And I was like, and Sandra just got it for me like 5 minutes later.
Wow.
And she like walked off to go and get the Kong. And I was like, I don't want to sell it. And she comes back, and then I'm like in the morgue somewhere. So I was like, I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep this one, because again, that's like a Grail piece. I know a lot of people don't really like the Cybot. I love the Cybot. I know it looks kind of weird, but
I want a gigantic.
The poster where he's like, that sold me on me being a fan of that version of Godzilla. So that's it. The Monster Maker 28, Cybot 84, the Gigan 72, the Mecha King Ghidorah from Resin Chef, the Devil World Godzilla 2001, Sandra's Mega House Con 21, and of course, John, you got the Monster Maker 28 Godzilla 75 from you. G-Fest has been really good to us. At least the dealers have been really, really good to us, and we're gonna hate to see it go tomorrow in a few hours, but still, we've had a fun time. The panel was amazing. Sorry you couldn't make it, but again, we streamed it. It should be on the group, and so hopefully.
So many people walking around in Godzilla
costumes.
Yeah, been the most I've ever seen. Amazing.
Yeah. So, but the panel was great. Jonathan and Sandra did their thing. You know, they were awesome. I couldn't ask for better co-hosts aside from y'all. But they did their thing, and they made, you know, they did honor by the show. They did great honor by the show. So we hope you enjoy it. But that's it. That's it. I need to take a nap before I fall asleep on the stream.
Before you go, Tybug says that you're like a rock star here at G-Fest. There at G-Fest. He tried to meet you twice. You're always surrounded, Leslie.
Because I owe people money, and that's why they were like, you, and I tried to run away, but then I got bombarded. So, you know, no, it's been really fun. Actually, by me being surrounded, and, you know, I take that as a compliment, really. It's really because of the show, because I'm walking around with the Collectible Monsters shirt. I changed it to the Godzilla Cavity Colors Mecha Godzilla shirt. But I'm walking around majority of the day with the Collectible Monsters shirt. They see my face, you know, y'all's faces. And it was like, wow, I know that. I know the show. And for those who did know, they knew. But for those who didn't know, they was like, you know what? I'm going to go online and subscribe and stuff like that. So we should see an uptick in subscribers as well as people coming into the group. Answer those questions. Okay? I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that at the end of the show, too.
Yeah, so answer those questions, and we would love to have you again. But the panel was great. Please check it out. It was fun. Sandra and Jonathan did their thing. They're awesome. They're amazing. And we had a great time.
Well, Leslie, you're pretty awesome and amazing too. I got to say, you represented the show with flying colors. Like, we couldn't have asked for a better representative, ambassador, I should say.
That's right.
Thank you so much for doing all that you do. All of those vlogs, I watched every single one of them. You know, and it was almost like being there. I keep saying that, but it's better than nothing, right? At least we can get an idea of like the flow of the show and everything in the dealer's room. I'm just so grateful that you were able to go and represent us in such an awesome way. So thank you.
No problem. No problem. That means a lot. Honestly, thank you for that.
And thank you in advance for being able to ship the thing that you're going to get from. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't got that from Nick yet, but I've already talked with him, and
I'll remind him because. Thank you so much again. Thanks in advance.
We're going to work it out. I'll send you the tracking next week when I do it. And, of course, John, I'll send you the tracking. But, yeah.
All good. Thank you.
The show was great. And it's really overwhelming that the amount of love that this show has garnered from people. You heard it from Eric. You heard it from Tanner. You heard it from Greg earlier. It's like we have really done a great service to these people. And they look to us, so... So let's not sell ourselves short. I mean, of course, we're trying to have a big head, but I don't think that we really truly understand what we actually mean to people, and that means a lot. You know what I mean?
Of course it does. Yeah, it really does.
But I'm out of here. I got to take a nap before we go back out and start mingling again.
Thank you so much for joining us for a bit, Leslie.
No problem. Again, I'm sorry.
Wait, let me get a screenshot of this real quick so we can show Christine that even though you were at G-Fest, you still made it to the stream.
I gotta be dedicated. But again, Sandra, say bye. Say bye to everybody.
Bye, Sandra.
Thank you. Take care. It's great seeing you both.
Thanks for helping Leslie with the videos.
You're so welcome, and I can't wait to next year for you guys to be here.
Oh, neither can we. Neither can we. Love you too.
We love you. Take care.
Bye.
Out of here.
Have a great night. Here.
All right, there you go.
Man.
Well, that was a nice surprise.
Got his shop on. Yes.
All right, so actually, we were in the middle of John's show and tell, I believe.
But it's just that was good. It was a perfect segue to Leslie because it was just
finish your story about that.
I have more.
Yes,
I do have more. I got this great Godzilla 42-day Inferno poster. But I can't show it. I have to bring it off the wall. This thing is epic. Well, back in 1992, they did 42 days of celebrating Toho tokusatsu movies. All the Showa Godzilla movies up until Bylante they showed and Heisei, Ghidorah. 42 days was called Godzilla's Inferno. Huge poster. I found this poster in Jersey at a great shop. $35 originally,
Wow.
Pretty good condition. Yeah. I can't take it off my wall, but it's I'll show it next time. Great event post. I love those events. Yeah.
I can't wait to see it, man. You know I love posters.
I know, and I don't have much room, but I made room for that. I said I had to go and order a poster frame from off of Buyee. The poster frame was $39, but shipping was $60. But it fits.
Yeah,
and didn't have to do any custom posters frames. That stuff would drive me crazy.
Yes, it does. Right on.
And that's it for me.
I'm just so stoked. I'm so stoked that you got a Jumbosaurus because I got one too, right?
I know you were my inspiration.
And my sound sort of works, but I am not pulling that string for nothing. Exactly. It's going to snap off. I guarantee you. And I'm not shooting the hand either because I'll never get it back on.
No. Right, and I had to struggle to get mine on.
I got mine for a bargain.
His hand always shoots off. Something like.
I got mine for a bargain, and I had to hand carry it back from Japan. So there's that. But it was on the plane with me in the next seat over. So
that's awesome. Well, I think I got a good price for mine. But what was frustrating? Another one popped up in the box.
Are you kidding?
And
In the box?
Only a few $100 more than the one I paid for. I was like,
I have no box. I've got no box. No box.
I wish I had the box.
I'm the only one in this room without a Jumbosaurus. Maybe I could get the one with the box. Just kidding.
And you know what? I just saw an episode. It must have been a back episode of Pawn Stars, and Scott Zillner was on there with his Popey Jumbosaurus. And
he was trying to get a certain amount of money for it. Yeah.
And they had an expert come in and confirm that it's a genuine collector's item and a really great piece. So it was nice to see that the expert, who I've never heard of before, was like, oh yeah, it's legit. So it was kind of fun. And now you've got one. Now I need to get a vintage Bullmark Giant Godzilla. I need that.
Yes.
I need that.
I think I just saw one, but I'll send you a link if you're. I think I saw one.
You know what? I didn't go to G-Fest, so I might spend a little money as a consolation.
There you go.
You know who else had a Jumbosaurus? Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, you did.
That's right.
Yes, you did. He had it.
All right. So no more show intel, right, John?
No, I'm done. I'm out.
Right.
I didn't spend.
Cool, man. All right. Well, there's actually a couple things I forgot to show real quick. And number one is that Nick Sides hooked me up with this killer Hedera eye patch from Octio Tattoo.
That's awesome.
And so I just need to find a great spot on my battle vest for it.
Or on a hat. Right here, your third eye.
Oh,
I did actually think it would be funny to do a Collect All Monsters ad where I'm
funny.
In some sort of Zen pose with the eye on my head.
I have to be good.
And for more battle vest accoutrement, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one.
Oh yes, this is cool.
I love your Kong.
This is this here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Storyboard.
The storyboard. Where'd you get
the storyboard Godzilla pin, enamel pin, designed by my friend Danielle Ryan, who goes by Mini Mochi Inc. This is the card for it, but I'm going to put a link in the show notes to her store. These storyboard Godzillas have apparently sold out, but she does have some other cool Japanese-inspired pins. Definitely take a look at her stuff, and I think she's going to try and reorder the storyboard ones. So
nice.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget about those, because
awesome.
Especially the pin. I just am so thrilled with the pin. She also did the other one I got is this Shiba Inu with so it's like Hachi with his little butt.
Super cute.
Super cute indeed. Well, that's gonna do it for our Showa and Tell. Thank you guys all for sticking around here. We're gonna go into our news next, but let me just kind of say hello to Cone Stefone, Chris Reed, Living Freak, Godzilla Man 2000, Rusty Bridges. Some of these people I already said hello to. Knights of Old, Greg Operandato. Nope, I said that wrong. Sorry, man. Brutazilla. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Who else? I think I just hit a button I didn't want to hit there. Bam.
Uh-oh.
We're all good. Anyway, thank you guys all for sticking around and watching. We got 42 people watching right now on Facebook and YouTube.
Excellent.
And we are about to go into our next segment, which is our Kaiju collectible news. Oh wait, that's not the right one. That's the right graphic, but it doesn't. All right.
Love it.
Thank you. All right, so right now I'm going to open up David's images.
Cool.
And get them ready for you. So if you go, shoot the breeze for a second.
Can we start with number 1, Kyle? We could just do the labeled ones first. That would work. I mean, not the non-labeled ones. Perfect.
The non-labeled ones?
No, just numbers. Just the numbers.
Okay. Yes. Bam.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I got this. I showcased this for my box day, the Sarujirushi 1962, and as I mentioned, I was holding out for the standard painted version, but I should have held out a little longer because that new painted, colorful version is just so awesome, and I'm sort of sad that I didn't hold out a little longer, and I can't justify getting 2. So this new one is. A new painted color, and it is sculpted by Yumada-san. And there's also, the next one is the 95 Godzilla, the Burning Godzilla. And these are for the Summer Wonderfest on Sunday, July 24th. They will be sold at that show. And I'm sure we'll start seeing them. We got those 2. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so those 2 Sarujirushis are my first item, and then the next item we already saw a little sneak preview. This is the U.S. Toys Tokusatsu DNA exhibit special figures for the celebration of Tokyo SOS, and they come with 4 different Godzillas, a standing and crawling Baragon, a Gigan, and a metallic painted Hedorah. And they're all in Aurora style of figure except for the Hedorah. They are 8.5 centimeters each, and the cost of them is, the set of 4 is going to be, 4 Godzilla is going to be 11,400 yen, and those will be available from July 16th through August 7th.
Very nice. Very
awesome.
I think that's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
John, did you get my note about rearranging yours?
No, I didn't.
So we're starting with
I thought
the novel will be the last in your.
Yeah, that sounds good. Because David mentioned the Tokusatsu DNA.
Exactly. I thought it would be a nice dovetail situation.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, you ready to go, Bar?
Yeah.
If I just went bam.
And there it is.
John's time to shine.
Not much to shine. But it's nice to see the Tokusatsu DNA exhibit back, and this time is at Tokyo Tower. And as you can see, it's from July 16th through August 7th. And I've seen some wonderful pictures, of Tokyo Tower with, signage, and that's so dope. And they have Mechagodzilla 75 there to suit. And it's like, and I meant to get a photo. He's like shrouded in shadows, and it's really beautiful way to exhibit that suit. But that's a I would love that as a decal for my wall. I mean that.
Oh man, definitely.
Yeah, that's dope. So that's pretty much it. And now with that, you got that poster. David had it with his. It's the
that's cool.
Mothra with
gotcha. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so Mothra's anniversary is upon us, and also is there the 4K version of Mothra is coming? I believe.
I hope so.
Yeah, so it looks like Mothra is central here. Beautiful, frankly, a gorgeous shot of Mothra on Tokyo Tower. I mean, the lighting is beautiful. Okay, now I'll move on. I just wanted to comment on that. And what's awesome, I think it's pretty cool, and I hope this next item is available in English, is the Godzilla Singular Point novelization or novel. It'll be coming out in 10 days in Japan, but I would love to get it in English and just be able to just go through the details to think about, because that's a pretty dense anime. You know, in
I
terms
heard that this novel is like completely different than the animation. Really? Like this is really? Man, I wish I had it in front of me, but I feel like I heard that this is it Enjo? Is that the name of the author? Like this is his sort of like he's redoing the Godzilla singular point mythos or something. I can't remember. Please do not quote me, but I remember reading something I think on Twitter, and I was like, well, that sounds interesting. And I really did like Singular Point, but it did sound it sounded different than Singular Point on purpose. You know what I mean?
I still haven't seen it.
Oh my goodness, you should watch it. Please.
I know. I'm gonna watch it. I promise I'm gonna watch it.
It's interesting because the description is very vague. TV anime series, Godzilla Single Point novel version, 2030, an unidentified flying object will fly to Ichio City, Chiba Prefecture. The monster bird that died suddenly after engaging with a silver robot called Jet Jaguar was named Rodan. And that's pretty much Rodan. Corpses were discovered. Sounds like the anime, but maybe that'll be fascinating. I'm really, if you get to see it, David, it'll be interesting to have a conversation about it. It'll be interesting.
I'm going to watch it, I promise.
Talking about it. Because of the complexity and the story and the it's some deep thought in there. A lot. It's dense. It's dense, like anime can tend to be. But I thought it was interesting. Some really interesting concepts. I think some really deep religious concepts embedded in as well, which always captivates.
Apparently, there's going to be a killer panel about Singular Point. I think at Comic-Con, but again, don't quote me. Just because I'm not here, it's not my news story. But yeah.
No, please. That's awesome. I hope that gets recorded and can be seen on YouTube at a later date. But that's it for me. I'm looking forward to this novel. I hope they do release it in English at some point.
Right on, man.
Very cool.
I also hope they release it in English. And I hope I'm not wrong about what I was saying there. So I'm just gonna very quickly go over my news items, and I'll prep my stuff here. Oh no, I've got the spinning wheel of doom.
While you're prepping, John, I don't know if you mentioned this, but at the Tokusatsu DNA exhibit, they're also supposedly showcasing a King Caesar statue. Did you say that?
No, I didn't.
The original King Caesar statue is going to be displayed. When I was doing my my research on the figures, it's going to be it said the Godzilla suit, like you mentioned, and the original prop from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the King Caesar statue.
Here.
No,
I'm looking on Twitter right now to see if I can find it. If somebody had to take a picture of it. Oh gosh,
I have a picture somewhere.
That would be amazing. Really.
I've got a picture somewhere. Let's see.
I love the ambiance for the display. It's very different than before.
You know what's going to happen is, Kyle, you're going to get to go to see these things in person very soon, which is going to be, we'll have like the man on the street actually at these exhibits.
That's right.
Before too long.
That's one of the reasons I want to move to nearby Tokyo.
Awesome. That's pretty awesome.
All right. So I think I'm ready to do my news here. So what I've got is a very brief story about Wonder Festival 2022, which Summer Festival. I mean, it starts on the 24th, as David mentioned.
Yes.
Now, the reason I'm bringing this up as one of my news items is because generally we sort of talk about these things after the fact. We're like, hey, did you see what happened at Wonder Festival? And because this is happening next weekend, the same weekend as San Diego Comic-Con, which is coincidentally my second-ish news item, I wanted to make sure to just show you guys that if you're on the internet, which you are if you're watching this, you can actually find things like who's making stuff and selling it and what they're selling at these events. If you search things like Twitter or Instagram, I suggest Twitter, for the hashtag WF Wonderfest 2022 S, which stands for summer. That is the formula that you would use for winter and any other Wonder Festival. So if you search Twitter or Instagram for that hashtag, you'll see what people are going to be bringing to the show. And I just wanted to show off a couple things. This is a Legion Flower model kit.
Oh my God.
And it's
that's
gorgeous.
Awesome.
Wow. This is a beautiful GMK in this sort of crouched low position.
Oh, what a beautiful kit.
Stunning.
Wow.
Here's a Shin Godzilla. You know, basically this is the way I find out about these things is by searching for this hashtag and finding out what's coming out at these shows. Now, we talked about some Sofubi that's going to be released there. Wonder Festival, as we've talked about before on this show, is a huge event that's all about model kits, Sofubi, toys, vehicle kits, girly kits, all sorts of crazy stuff. But it's a huge show that happens a couple times a year in Japan. So you should check that out if you're interested in what's coming around the bend. That's really where we're coming from here with this. And if you want a good example of why you should do that, I got my Knots figure the night of Wonder Festival because I wasn't there in person. And I got it by searching for that in Yahoo Japan. I got it, like I said, the night of the show. So it was before all the hype inflated the cost of it. So it's one of those things where if you are like ready and like able to pull a trigger on something, you're going to always pay more than you would at the show because you're getting punished for being 3,000, 5,000 miles away. But that's how you do it. And that's why I wanted to share that as my news item. And now I'm going to stop talking about Wonder Festival and talk about San Diego Comic-Con because the other news that I wanted to share is essentially sort of like San Diego Comic-Con related. And that is our not quite yet friends, but we're going to invite some people from them onto the show. Super 7 has been doing a whole bunch of cool video stuff recently, Godzilla stuff recently. And that includes Ultimates, which are their sort of 8 to 10, correct me if I'm wrong, inch line, highly detailed figures. They're retro, reaction is what they're called. They're very retro-looking figures, the reaction figures. And some more, too. This one I showed off earlier, that is sort of like it's a retro-style small version of the Shogun Warriors Godzilla. How apt that you were showing off the Jumbosauruses too, right? So this thing I just got the other day, David. Do you remember what I said? I should probably have held out for a glow-in-the-dark version, full glow-in-the-dark version. Well, strap yourselves in, gang, because apparently Super 7 just got a hold of like the glow-in-the-dark factory because they're reissuing some of their retro figures in glow-in-the-dark style. So there's Jet Jaguar, Godzilla 54, and Mechagodzilla with the glow-in-the-dark plastic or vinyl. I'm not sure. In addition to that, this is all, I think, getting released on the 20th for July 20th for pre-order. So
I like the packaging.
Yeah, I love the packaging. Yeah. Even though some of it looks familiar. We'll talk about that another time.
Yes.
This is an Ultimates version of the Shogun Warriors. So let's say you're collecting the original size and the mini size, and you have the vinyl size from Metacom's Vinyl Wars series. Now you can get this big guy coming out again later this year from Super 7. It does have the flickering tongue and the firing fist, but just at a smaller 8-inch scale. So that's pretty rad. And here's where they answered my prayers, and they're putting out a glow-in-the-dark version. So this is the one that I'm going to have to get. Unless I just completely...
Well, Kyle, tell you what. You can get that, and I'll buy your other one. The one with the glow head and the hands. Because I missed that one because it looks like an Aurora style. Not the Aurora Borealis style, but the Aurora model kit style. And that's really special to me because I love those kits. So if you want to pass that one on, I'll gladly buy that from you so you can get this.
Well, this is a big one. This is
it's big.
Ultimates.
I thought it was that's the Ultimate.
Yeah. No, this one is like the 8-inch scale. Daijoubu. I'm into it. Like, I will not hesitate to put that thing on my shelf. So anyway, that's going to do it for my news items. If you are interested in finding out where we get our news from, go to kaijubattle.net. That's where a majority of our kaiju collectible news comes from. And if he's still watching, I'm looking for him right now. There he is.
Mike's still there?
It's on Kaiju Battle. You can always check out Kaiju Battle. I also use a couple other websites, but yeah, Kaiju Battle is just seriously a great resource.
Really is.
Please don't hesitate to use them. And yeah, a lot of people say go for the glowy, love their figures. Godzilla Man 2000 has the Biolante Rose version on pre-order.
Nice.
But yeah, there you go.
Oh, Carl, I just remembered something that's happening next week.
What's up, John?
I'm going to New York City.
You're going to New York City next week?
Yeah, for the Shin Ultraman premiere.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I forgot. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow too, but I'm going next week.
That's so exciting.
I got to be cam on the spot. I try to do some things. I believe Higuchi's going to be there.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
give him your Kamagon. Just kidding. We're going to do another batch of Kamagons to do some giveaways with. You can't give
That's awesome,
Kamagon. It's one of 25.
Give me ideas.
I'm so jealous. That's so awesome.
I know, David. If you want back on the right coast, not the left coast, you'll be all right.
I know. I'm way up here in the Northwest. It's all good.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. In the sticks. We don't get any movies here. No, that's great though. I'm stoked for you.
Yeah, I'll be there for you all. I'll be there for the show.
That's awesome, dude. I can't wait to hear about how that goes.
I'm a little nervous.
Earlier, both of us are looking forward to it.
I'm a little nervous with COVID, spiking and sitting, but I'm gonna have
Just be really careful. Just be really careful.
Yeah.
I think I would take that chance. Oh yeah, that's a mess too.
Yeah. So
that's a mess too.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Ed.
Ed, what's up, Ed?
Yeah, Ed's watching.
Ed's been watching.
All right.
That's so cool.
So we're going to go to our intermission in just a minute. Let's see here. Chris Reed was asking who's making that GMK that I showed. Oh man, who is making that? It's not one of the usual suspects, I think. I'll have to find the link and post it in our group. The Collectible Monsters, Monster Collectors. But yeah, that's a cool looking GMK. I don't know how much it's going to cost or anything. Model kits, man. That's what that show came from, model kits, basically. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit our intermission. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back with our next segment, which is called Not at G-Fest Memories.
なんてったって5枚も当たる花のお皿のプレゼントマークを送れば毎週抽選で花のお皿のプレゼント味の素の冷凍食品
The return of the giant Majin, the god of stone, walks again, striking terror into the hearts of the evil warlords who would enslave his people. Silent for centuries, his anger aroused, the sleeping god awakens and rises from his watery grave. The return of the giant Majin. Alive again, walking the earth, raining destruction on his enemies. The mighty stone god walks. The return of the giant Majin.
うぞ。カブトゼミだ。ワンちゃんいやワンガルー、ペリカンいやペリギン、かっこいいんだから。高徳トイスの頂きメカ新発売。
All right, we are back. Just a couple of quick notes here. We got Ed Holland, who said that Hiroko Sakurai will actually be our first photo book at Wonder Festival.
Oh, I need to have one of those.
Well.
Wow.
I
That's
need that.
fantastic.
Wow.
I need that.
That is awesome. So Hiroko Sakurai, that is the gal who played Fuji in the 1966 Ultraman. For those who don't know,
Akio Fuji.
She is on my. She's like at the top of my list for people I want to interview. Honestly.
Oh, that would be awesome.
She's so sweet. She's the sweetest person too. And when we get to see her at G-Fest, G-Fest, 2016, I think it was.
Speaking of G-Fest, we're going to talk about our favorite G-Fest memories because we're not there this weekend. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is shove David into the center spot here, center square.
Shove me in that center square.
And I've got some images open here for you, my friend.
Let me take a sip of water. I have this new medication that's making my mouth really dry, and it's making me a little loopy. So forgive me if something comes out that doesn't belong.
I saw the King Caesar Shisha statue.
Yes, so I was correct. Yeah, I thought I saw that in there. I'm like,
nice.
That's pretty damn cool. All right, so as Kyle's getting the images ready, if they're not ready yet, I'll just say that I've been going to G-Fest since 2014, and man, it's so hard not to be there now because just seeing everybody and the camaraderie and just getting back that feeling of just like getting up and having coffee and just chatting with so many people who just get what you say. We're all on the same page. We don't have to explain to anybody why we dig this stuff, why we talk about this stuff. They're all there surrounding us, and it's just an amazing feeling. And I really didn't think that I would be feeling so bummed until it actually came time for the show. And now seeing everybody, I'm kind of sad, but I'm happy that in the thought that next year, thankfully, or hopefully, I should say, that the universe and the world rights itself to the point where we all feel comfortable being together in a big space, safely. So,
sure. Totally,
100%. And I'm so stoked for all the new people who are experiencing G-Fest for the very first time. We actually had a cool little welcome speech from all of us here on the show, but it wasn't able to be played, which is kind of a
We're going to upload it to the group, actually.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So, all right. So we're going to talk about my favorite moments. So it was so hard to pick only 3. And I don't know, Kyle, just want to go with the first image, and I'll just start with that one because I don't know where I started.
The first is Hail to the King.
Hail to the King. That's the one. All right. So
awesome.
We got to premiere the Hail to the King project at G-Fest. I think it was 2015, Kyle?
2015, yeah.
2015. And I'll tell you what, I was so proud of this guy right here who I'm pointing to. And actually myself too, because I had I played a little part in it. It really was the most incredible experience to see the audience's reaction to all of that hard work. That photo is it's gold right there. It's just gold.
Fantastic. Shout out to Paul right there in the middle.
Yeah, there's Paul
right there.
Wow. But it was definitely like I felt so honored and grateful to be a part of that project and to be able to share it with everybody. Look, everybody's like totally mesmerized by it, as I am too. And it was just one of the most special moments that I can remember from G-Fest. And like I said, there's so many awesome special moments. There's Jessica. So many awesome special moments. It was just really hard to pick just one, but this is definitely in the top 3 for sure. And you know what else is cool too? At Crown Plaza, I don't know if they're doing that here at the new hotel or there at the new hotel. I'm not here. They used to run kaiju videos, tokusatsu videos, and things of that nature. And every once in a while, in the loop was "Hail to the King." Yeah, and I went in there, turned on the TV. He's like, "I'm on TV. Check that out." It was just really.
Apparently, they tried to do it, but they did not have success at this new hotel, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's okay. I think the hotel made up for it in other ways, though. It looks like a great, wonderful hotel. So I can't wait to experience that for the first time. But okay, that's my first one. My second G-Fest special moment is, what do I got next? I can't even think.
How about your very first G-Fest where you
went
to get entertained?
2014, my very first G-Fest, and we got to see Symphonic Fury, this incredible concert.
Awesome. Oh, at Fukube 100. Actually,
Fukube 100. Sorry, Symphonic Fury was the next one. See, I told you. The concert was absolutely magical, and I say that because sitting in a theater with fellow fans, people in the fandom who I had actually just met in person for the first time, and all just like loving this music, the music that I grew up with, that I used to use my father's tape recorder to tape off the TV, just to hear it being performed by a great orchestra. Thank you so much, John DeSantis and Chris Oglio, for putting that together, and everybody else who was involved in that too. But I gotta say that was one of the most meaningful moments that I've ever had in this fandom. And the second concert was great, the Symphonic Fury. That was great, but it paled in comparison to my first experience, and I just loved it.
Wow.
It was a phenomenal experience.
It was a phenomenal experience, and also, if I'm remembering this correctly, when the show was over, there was a huge lightning and thunderstorm on the way back to the hotel, so it added to the drama of the whole experience, and it was just magical, and I hope that you guys out there are experiencing some magic similar to that on your G-Fest 2022. So, and I got one more. And the last one is, and I can't remember.
Memorable guest.
I'm sorry.
Memorable guest.
Oh, okay. Oh, memorable guest that I can't remember. Yeah, I told you, this medication is kicking in, and I'm like a little bit loopy. So, anyhow, meeting these people in person, and Ed mentioned Hiroko Sakurai, who played Akio Fuji on the original '66 Ultraman. Loved her since I was a child. Just to be able to be next to her throughout this whole convention, because she was a big part of a lot of the convention. That's actually the meet and greet dinner, I think, or that might be the signing. I don't remember, but she was present throughout much of that G-Fest, and she could not have been nicer, kinder, humble, and honored that we were all still loving her after all these years. It's like, I'm next to Fuji. I'm next to Fuji. I mean, it's just, I can't even explain how. Well, you can see. Look at my face. You can see how stoked I am. And then all the other guests too. I don't want to take away from them, but another super memorable guest was, the wonderful man that we just lost this year, Akira Takarada. And again, I had met him for the first time in Japan on the Hail to the King project in Tokyo. But this time, I got to this is like the third time I had met him, and he recognized me, he remembered me, and his English is actually pretty good. So all of that, and the one picture that I posted in our Facebook group, John was still asleep. James and I were coming down in the elevator, and the doors open up, and Akira Takarada walks in to go to breakfast, because we get up super early, and then downstairs he went into the little gift shop, and we met a couple of other fans. We took that photograph, but just so great to be around these awesome people that we've loved since childhood. And there are heroes. There absolutely are heroes, and he's sorely missed in the community. I miss him dearly. His family is wonderful too. They're great. They're actually there this year. They did a tribute this morning. I think Leslie was saying that he got to see part of it, but it proved to be a little too emotional for him. So I think he had to step out. But yeah, exactly, Ed. God bless Takarada. Yep.
Yes.
I definitely second that. But yeah, there's just so many other memories, but I'm going to leave it at these three. And thanks, Kyle, for jogging my memory. And
my pleasure, my friend. Do you want to show off your Grail item, or is that?
Let's do that now. Why the hell not?
I say do it.
Do it. So
do it.
This is an item. This is a tease facto. I think it's sort of a combination of the storyboard and the maquette. It looks kind of like it's in between. It's got that very cat-like face. I've been looking for this kit for years and years and years. Well, not years. Ever since it came out, which is like 3 years ago. But I've been looking for it ever since it was released because I didn't miss it. And I just casually texted our buddy Nick Sides, who's a great friend of the show, to actually, if you see this item by any chance, just grab it. I really want it. And he texted me back like in 10 minutes, like, you mean this one?
Wow.
And I'm like, yes, that's the one. So he was able to have Matt from Kaiju Modeler send me his PayPal, and we didn't even have to do it any other way. I just sent the money to Matt, to Kaiju Modeler, and Nick is going to hand it off to Leslie, which is what I was talking about earlier with him. It was nothing shady, it was this model. And
he's smuggling kits.
I didn't ask
kit
Leslie.
laundering. Is that what we're doing?
I specifically did not ask Leslie because I knew he was busy getting John's models.
Oh.
But he is gracious enough to ship it to Seattle for me because he is going to be in Chicago for a while still for his work. So thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Nick. I love you both. You're awesome. And that is a Grail item for me. That's going to the top of the list to build. I cannot wait to build that. Did I say it's Tease Facto, 33 centimeters, resin model kit. I'm stoked. Thank you, Kyle.
That's awesome.
Nice, absolutely. Before we move on to John, just real quick, want to throw up a comment from our friend Helmy in Australia who says years on, he's still rewatching Hail to the King. Awesome. Such a great piece of work. Thank you for saying that. I'm still pretty proud of it, I gotta say. I'm ready for a sequel of some kind, though. Rylan X Godzilla Singular Point says he saw the Godzilla Hotel in Japan.
Nice.
I've also seen the Godzilla Hotel in Japan. I've been in the room. Pretty awesome, I have to say.
It's pretty nice.
If you ever had a chance, if you've not had a chance to get into the room and you do have an opportunity, I would suggest it just because it is a very cool experience to see the giant Godzilla hand coming out of the wall, and they've got the whole audio visual treat that they have with the TV and the lights and stuff. Plus, it's just really fun.
Well, you know what, too, Kyle? If you don't, or you can't afford, or you can't get a room, you can also. There's a little cafe up there. You can order a snack and sit under the Godzilla head, which is what we did in 2015. Way cheaper. And you can hang out. I had a Suntory whiskey on the rocks under the Godzilla head in 2015 on our trip, and it was pretty damn cool.
There's in the intro for Collect All Monsters, there's a shot of me taking a sip out of a coffee cup.
Yes.
And it's so quick, but in the background of that was actually in the cafe as well. I actually shot
nice. I did not. I never knew that.
It goes by so fast because the intro is like bap, 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 MTV style. But I love the Godzilla Hotel, and even I'm just gonna say this, though I haven't been to Japan since 2019, every time I see video footage from Shinjuku online, almost every time they go by or past Godzilla Road, and I'm always like, there it is. Yeah. There's the Great Tree. So
it's called Godzilla Road, literally, and there's a sign that says Godzilla Road. And if you don't even want to go to the hotel itself, you just walk by the Godzilla Road and see it in the distance, and it's kind of amazing and it's kind of imposing seeing it up there. So any way you slice it, it's a really cool experience.
Yeah. If you don't have the money for the hotel room, and if you
don't want to
drinking and eating anything, then you can just walk up the street.
Walk the hell by. Walk the hell by.
In all seriousness, they also do the hourly shows, right? So there's like a light show that you can catch every hour after dark, I think it is. So if you specifically wanted to see that, you could go at like 6 p.m. and then you'd be able to see the Godzilla Tower from the outside. The Godzilla Hotel from the outside, and then see all the lights go. Anyway, yada yada yada. Del, hello Del. What's up, buddy?
Del?
He says they have amazing Godzilla. They have amazing toilets at the Godzilla Hotel.
Well, then there's that.
Agreed.
You gotta go. You gotta go there. I mean, what a place to go.
Michael Hamilton's watching too. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Mike?
Good to see you. He'll be at All Monsters Attack in September. Which is another incredible looking show, but I am unfortunately not going to go there. Nice.
There's
John's
John
got
Ruffin.
his Ed Holland took this photo with his friends right after watching Shin Godzilla.
Wow.
The day premiere, we went up to the.
Well, nice.
That's awesome,
together.
Dude.
Yeah.
Very awesome.
16. That was unforgettable.
Japan memories.
Yes.
John, I was just telling David, I think that the three of us should get together for another Japan chat just in the group for a group stream in the next couple months at some point.
I would love that.
Yes. At some point.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, John.
I'm getting antsy. I got to get to Japan.
Do you have G-Fest memories you're going to share with us?
Yes. Now I had, I don't know if you can show the YouTube clips. They can be without audio. I don't know if but I can share them. One, should I go ahead?
Let me see. Let me see.
I don't know if the first one.
Do you have the link handy?
I can send it. Yeah.
Send me the link in the private chat.
Yes, private. There's the first one.
I am
wait.
today.
The what? The what?
Private.
The microwave.
You mean the Cameo chat?
Yeah, the Cameo chat. Oh man, okay, let's see here. Let's get this here.
Leslie made a Cameo. I was stoked that he did.
All right, so I'm gonna try my best to show this without any, and we're doing it with no audio, right?
Right,
okay.
Without audio. I mean, it's so old. I don't think it's a.
There you go.
Thanks, Kyle. So my my best memories of G-Fest start back in 1997 at G-Con. And I was with my friends, which you really can't see. I do have a picture of us, the old crew. We headed up to New York City. I rented a car, and we were headed to G-Con for me and my friend Jonathan. And my good friend Jonathan, God bless him. And we were going into the New York hotel. And we were just going to run in, park, just go in, see the you can see there the dealer's room, what it was then. And I think I picked up something, and we had to come right out. I couldn't stay. Headed on my way out, lo and behold, here comes Nakajima-san and Satsuma-san coming in.
Man, you were lucky.
No one, only my friend Jonathan and I knew who they were, and we just fell out. Just fell out on us on the floor. And they said, "Oh, we were just going on." And we didn't. I didn't know much Japanese then. They shook our hands. I shook their hands. We just had a blast. Two of my other friends, they were like, "Oh, they didn't know who they were." And I don't think anyone on the streets of New York would have recognized them. But that was like just epic.
Wow,
John.
You know what's funny? I did the same thing at that G-Con. I was living in New York at the time, and I went in just to buy something and just leave. So I bought some stuff, looked around for a minute, and just left. I didn't run into anybody on the way out.
I was lucky. It was luck of the.
There he is.
There he is.
It wasn't that door. It's the door of the hotel.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
No way, that was like 27 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a long
Isn't
time
it amazing?
ago.
Yes. Is that insane?
Look at how young he is. Wow.
Yeah, I was fortunate to find this YouTube clip, a couple of years ago, because I couldn't put the date. I couldn't get the date right. 96 or 97. But I just to this day I have off my wall. Thoughts in the Sound is the autograph is faded, on my wall above my work desk. So, that was a wonderful day.
That's one of my
Nakajima sounds so cool.
How young he is! Look at him.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest regrets is not sticking around for that whole convention. Like I was just like wanted my item and bolted, and that's really not smart,
Oh my, yeah, I regret, but New York at in those years, we were in and out. We were hitting shops, and it was hard to stay, all day. I was just glad to go on and get to the dealer room, and I gave up hope seeing them, but to see them on the way out the door was just it floored me. We were just overwhelmed.
That's
I'll
awesome.
never forget
I'm
that.
happy for you.
And now my second memory is just awesome because I think that was the first year I came back to G-Fest, and our wonderful co-host, yes himself, Leslie, interviewed me. Wanted to interview me, and it was this wonderful opportunity to meet Leslie, and the rest is history. But that was an awesome time. Cool. I mean, I was with my friend Eric, with whom I was with back at G-Con, and it was just a pleasure. And Leslie is just an awesome person, and it was nice to meet him in person.
Look at that handshake.
And so it was just an honor, and his way of making you feel comfortable and welcome. It's something wonderful.
That's so cool.
Can't be said about it. Yeah. So they're my G-Fest, my best G-Fest memories. There are many to talk about, but
there's so many.
Yeah, and I think about that year, Kyle. You asked us to pull us aside, David, Christine, Leslie, and I, and invited us, to be a part of Collectible Monsters, and
to join forces to be this crazy kaiju collectible Voltron that we have formed.
Yes, and we had that. We had that early morning meeting in one of the rooms downstairs, right?
Yes.
And everybody's asking, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I can't tell you.
It's a secret."
Sorry, it's a secret.
Yes,
did you like how secretive I was with the start of the show? I was like terrified somebody was going to come in and like be like, "Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I can whip that together in 5 minutes," and then I'd be like, "Ah."
I remember. Yeah, here we are, and here we are.
Yeah. Wow.
Here we are. That's right.
Kyle, what are your memories? What are yours?
My memories are similar in some ways. Oh, I should probably actually open my stuff here. So the first one that I'll say is actually kind of funny to me because the first memory that I have is from my very first G-Fest. Oh, that's terrible. Hang on a second. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna redo something. My first memory is from my first G-Fest, and as many people know, I went to G-Fest in 1999.
Oh, wow.
When they had it in Los Angeles for the first time. Wow. And it was at the Burbank Marriott, which is literally right across the street from the Burbank airport. And I was there with my now ex-wife and my son, Tiger, who was 1 year old at the time. I think he was not even 1 year old. And we just, on a lark, thought it would be funny to make a costume for him. And because he was crawling, not walking, we made him a Gearon costume. And so this, if you have not seen this before, it's really not a great Gearon costume. And
sure it is.
But
that's
that
awesome.
Same year, Noriaka Yuasa, the director of pretty much, I think, all but Barugon of the Showa era Gamera series, he was there, and like I walked in with Tiger on my hip,
Oh my gosh.
And somebody goes, "Oh my gosh, that's so cute." And I go, "Oh, check this out." And I put Tiger on the ground so he'd start crawling around. And that's what happened is Yuasa saw it for like
magic.
a second and came over and started crawling around on the ground with him. And like, yeah, somewhere I have a couple other photos, but yeah, I don't know where they are. I had to get, this is a photo I think that they showed at G-Fest a few years ago. And that's actually me in the background. This is me. This beanpole with no tattoos on his arms.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my first G-Fest memory. That was super fun. And funny enough, we actually won the costume contest for that year. You know, some people were cool with it, some people were not cool with it, but whatever. Who cares? The kid won the costume contest.
I think it's
deal
adorable.
with it. It was adorable.
Wonderful.
And that was literally, it was like people were like, "Oh my God, that's so cute."
You made the director smile.
That too.
You made him crawl on the ground and smile, so that's what it's all about.
Okay, let's see if I can do this next. Yes, okay. Just a second. Just going to take me a second to zoom selected images to fit and then hide that sidebar. So, the second thing that I'd like to share is a multi-memory kind of thing. And that's that when my first G-Fest, I was just an attendee, right? The next G-Fest I went to was in 2009. It was 10 years after I had been to my first G-Fest. I had just started the podcast, and luckily for me, August Rigoni was at the same show, the same G-Fest in 2009. And I mentioned, oh man, it'd be super cool to be able to interview the guest for 2009. You guys know who that was?
No, I don't remember.
That was the magnanimous Kenji Sahara.
Oh
my very first celebrity interview was Kenji Sahara.
Cool.
Look at you.
That's awesome.
With my mohawk. Yeah.
That's so cool. Hey, I see some tattoos now. There's some tattoos. 10 years later.
Many years has passed. Yeah.
That's awesome.
10 years later. Let's see here. Where am I? Is it not moving to the next image? What's going on here? Why are you not doing that? I'm going to have to show the sidebar. Oh.
Anyway, that's so cool. Your first was an icon.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
That's wonderful.
Okay, so after Kenji Sahara, because that was incredible, and I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't planning on it or anything, but it was a really fun moment. And then after Kenji Sahara, I didn't come back to G-Fest for a couple of years, and in 2012, I've told this story before. I had the very first live G-Fest podcast, the very first ever, and so awesome. I think this was like everybody, like the room was packed. I could not believe it. We had, I think it was like the Art of Godzilla, so I had Bob Eggleton, Matt Frank, and Jeff Zorno on, and we talked about creating art. And then right after the panel, Brett Hominick stopped me from getting off stage, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to interview Akira Takarada?"
Wow.
So my second celebrity interview happened at G-Fest, and 3 years later.
Awesome.
And that's the train of this memory. It's like the slow build, because in 2012 it was Takarada. In 2013 I get to interview Kitagawa and Tom Kitagawa, excuse me, the Godzilla suit actor from the Millennium series, and Shinichi Wakasa, the suit maker from the Heisei era and the Millennium series. That's Robert Scott Field in the back there. I also, that same year in 2013, interviewed Shizuo Nakajima, who is the fan who is currently making still the Wolfman versus Godzilla movie.
Right.
And that's long lost Mark Jaramillo there in that photo. Someday we'll see him again, hopefully. But yeah, that was an interview thanks to him. In 2014, I was able to interview Koichi Kawakita. That was a huge get, because this was also my first planned panel with a celebrity interview in front of people. And basically, I got to sit on stage and ask a majority of the questions. of this band, Koichi Kawakita, the special effects director from 1989 to 1995 for the Godzilla series.
I got to meet him. Yeah, oh, that's a great shot. I never saw that one.
Yes.
And then in 2015, I still wasn't in the pocket. That's not the right word. I wasn't the first choice for moderating panels still, because I was on that panel with JD previously. But in 2015, I was able to secure an interview with Masaki Tezuka, even though it wasn't in front of a panel. That was incredible, because I really like that guy's movies from the Millennium series. And that same year, I also interviewed with Mark and Tetsu. That's the guy in the middle here. That's Tetsu. These two fellows, who are Yasutomo Yoshida and Takayuki Honamura, they are independent filmmakers in Japan making their own tokusatsu stuff. Do I have more here? What's going on here? No? Why not? Okay, so that was 2000. That was 2015, and now let's just quickly. It starts to ramp up here, thankfully. 2016, I got to interview Sojiro Uchino and Hiroshi Sagai. Rest in peace, Sagai-san.
Yes.
They put on a project called Gotuichi Kaiju, and I thought it was really fun and really awesome. And that was sort of like the last time that I was like, oh, I have to prove myself. That's a Kaiju Cast panel. And then the next year, oh my gosh, things opened up like crazy. We had a ton of guests, including Ryuki Kitaoka, who is a stunt actor, I should say, from the Heisei and Millennium eras. That is Shinji Higuchi, who directed Shin Godzilla, was also the special effects director of the Gamera series. I'm taking way too long on this. Yuji Kaida was also there that year. Artist, illustrator, extraordinaire. Got
Such
to
a nice
interview
man.
him as well.
Nice man.
And then the next year, I got to interview Keizo Murase, the suit maker from the Showa era, who was incredible. I've actually got to see him a few times now. That is Kipichiro Satsuma, who we saw earlier in John's video. That is me interviewing Satsuma in the big room at G-Fest, the same year that we had Megumi Odaka, who played Miss Segusa in the Heisei era. And then the following year, 2019, the last year I went to a G-Fest, I interviewed Takarada-san again, which was wonderful to chat with him officially. The third interview since Hail to the King. Shusuke Kaneko, the director of the Gamera series, and GMK was also there that year. That was a thrill. I also got to do a live Kaiju Cast talk show where we had this is Sonoe Nakajima, Haruo Nakajima's daughter. This is the year after he passed. And this is Daisuke Sato, who is a filmmaker who made a movie called Howl from Beyond the Fog. Great fun. And that was Gretchen. That's one of my Kaiju Cast co-hosts. And that was so much fun. We had a blast at that. And here's us after the show, too. I also got to interview Takuji Yamada, the miniature and sculptor and model maker. Awesome. So that, like, altogether, that has to be, like, one of my top things about G-Fest is just this slow build. And I don't know for sure that if I was there this year, I would be the one interviewing any of the guests, but I always hope that I am. Always hope that I am like the people they call for the guests.
You're the best.
Well, you should be.
I really love doing it. I really, really, really love interviewing people. And so basically, that was my second memory from G-Fest that I wanted to share. And hopefully my last one will just be... Oh, man, really? Why are you doing that to me? Preview, I swear. Whoever programmed this thing, that's just terrible. All right, there we go. So in... What year was that? Hang on a second. 2017 was also a big year for me because not only was I interviewing a bunch of people, and actually I should say since 2015, that was my first year where I was running around the convention like a chicken with its head cut off. Busy all the time, less about being there as a fan, more about being there almost like a working working event. Anyway, so there is something that happened in 2017. They gave me an award. It's a Hall of Fame award.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
I was really touched to get that award. I think it was basically for doing the Kaiju cast and Hail to the King, and I was just telling people my awkward fumbling over words in this image here is just me saying like, hey, if you liked Hail to the King, stick around because I'm going to keep doing more awesome stuff. That's me with the award, again with the award, and giving the horns with the award. And then some good photos here, taken by my friend David Dopko. That's Sean Lincolnback, who also got a Hall of Fame award, and Jeff Horn.
What a great year. That was such a great year for that.
Well,
so fun.
Yes.
So there you go. Those are my G-Fest memories that I wanted to share.
Those are awesome.
And yeah, man, I'm bummed that I wasn't at G-Fest this year.
I know.
I'm not going to go into it any further than that. Like, I really hope that next year, when G-Fest planning needs to happen, that I'm going to feel good enough about the situation that I'm going to want to go, because
Amen.
I do want to see the new hotel. I do want to see all these people that I'm missing. I mean, that's you guys know this. You two on screen with me know this, and people who have been watching for a while probably know this. Like, G-Fest is, sure, we love the toys, sure, we love the movies so much, and we love the people in those movies, but man, it is really all about the people, the other fans that are there, and being able to like enjoy an entire weekend taking off your human skin suit that says, oh, I like everything normal, and you're like, I love Godzilla, and everybody's like, I love Godzilla too.
And there's people who love Godzilla more than us sometimes. It's like, oh, that guy really loves Godzilla. If I may, it's also like Kyle said. It's like what I mentioned going to Japan. I love toy shopping, but it's not about that. It's about the experience. It's about the travel. It's about the people you meet. It's about the whole experience. And the toys are the icing on the cake. And it's actually the same thing as G-Fest. It's all about seeing people you haven't seen in years, meeting a lot of the new people who are fans of the show, who watch the show. And the toys are the icing on the cake every year. So I can't stress that enough. And I'm sure all of you guys who are there right now are feeling that emotion too. It's just wonderful. And next year, God willing, we'll all be there with you guys.
That's right. That's right. A couple quick comments just from people watching here. We had Satsuma-san, another famous G-Fest memory for Godzilla Man 2000.
Nice.
Chris Reed wanted to say wow about the footage of those Godzilla actors. Man, I'll tell you what, like, now obviously Nakajima-san's gone, but if you have an opportunity to meet Godzilla actors, do it.
Do it.
Do not hesitate, because they're all awesome. You know, we basically have a handful of them left, a small handful. Satsuma's around, Kitagawa's around, Yoshida's around. Those are the three that are still kind of around and touring and doing stuff. And those guys they rule. They're so cool. I think I'm pretty sure that Helmy's talking about Tiger being on the ground. That's a sweet moment. Jordan says that he thought they were doing a second G-Fest a year in Atlanta. That's interesting.
It's fascinating.
I mean, I used to live in Atlanta, so I don't know if I'd be super stoked about going back there, but they didn't like me in Atlanta. Just kidding. They're fine.
I've been down there for a
I like the idea of a second convention. I just don't. At this point, I don't think there needs to be a second G-Fest. I think there just needs to be a second Kaiju convention, and that's happening with All Monsters Attack. Which, if you are not familiar with it and you're interested in G-Fest and you didn't go, you should check out All Monsters Attack, because the guest list for that, Kaiju wise, is stacked. Absolutely, probably like a 4-syllable word there. Stacked. It is crazy. Nice. Greg Betters says hello from G-Fest. Hope to see us there next year. Jordan also said camo shorts for life. That's my uniform, dude. David's seen me in camo shorts so much. That's like I have 3 pairs of camo shorts that I wear at G-Fest. Anyway, G-Fest 2024 is gonna be bonkers.
What about 23?
20. Oh, he said 24 because it's the 70th anniversary.
Oh, yes.
But yes, 23 will be bonkers too. Actually, someone earlier asked about attendance, if we knew anything about attendance for G-Fest. And David, you heard something from one of the organizers about how many people were signed up to go this year, right?
I did. The number that have signed up to go, like with tickets and people, getting their passes and everything, exceeded 2019. So it's the biggest, the largest amount of people to attend a G-Fest in history. So
wow,
that's
crazy.
Saying a lot. Everybody's loving it, and I just can't wait to see what it's all about next year, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, yeah. Chris Hill says, love that the channel showing the Toku movies. That's always a huge deal for me too. I always basically check into the hotel, turn on the TV under that channel, and I just leave it on so that every time I come back in the room to drop stuff off, it's right there. Tanner, who's back with us, says seeing the first Collectible Monster show in 2019 was so amazing, which is hilarious because we had this like ridiculous panel that was like almost thrown together, and I was like explaining, okay guys, so this is what the show's gonna be, but
it was great. We had Yuji Michi on there too, though, so it was perfect.
Amazing. Godzilla Man 2000 says he's going to be meeting the suit actor from GMK and Kitagawa at All Monsters Attack.
Yeah.
There you go, man. Thursday Toys. That's Adam.
Yes,
Adam,
yes,
thank
Adam.
you again.
Something on the West Coast, Adam. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Something on the West Coast.
Georgia,
Monster
let's make
Palooza
it
is
further.
good.
I mean, no.
Monster Palooza is fun, but it's not Kaiju centric. There needs to be another Kaiju Con line. Well, I don't disagree with you, Helmy, but I have ideas, and I don't want to compromise the idea when I don't have to yet. So, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move along. I think, right? I think it's time for us to showcase our monster photos, David.
So you guys did so great with this last hashtag. They were so good, and a lot of people submitted multiple shots, and I had to pick which ones I think are the best, so it's really hard. So in the future, just pick your favorite, because sometimes if I'm picking, it might not be the one you really want to submit, if that makes any sense. But we were blown away by the submissions, and this is going to be really hard to choose a winner, because in my book, they're pretty much all winners. And I'm going to say hello to Octeal. What's up, Matthew? He just joined us late.
What's up, dude?
We're still here. We're still here. Woohoo! You made it. You're better late than never. But anyway, Kyle, without further ado, let's check out these monster multiverse pictures.
Yes, and thank you everybody for submitting these. By the way,
absolutely.
It was a big win. You guys turned out in droves for this.
You certainly did.
I like the idea of all these different universes that could potentially.
Me too. Doctor Who.
Gorgo and Godzilla.
Yep. Love that one. I love that one.
Love that.
That one's cute too.
Oh, Ed Holland.
Ed always comes through. That's hysterical.
Oh, I forgot how fast we had to go by.
That's really fast.
Yeah. You know what? I'll post this video in the group too, so everybody can sort of like see it as well.
That's a good idea. That's funny.
I love that one.
That's good. I love that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there really are way too many good ones here, you guys. You guys really knocked it out.
It's gonna be hard
this month.
It's gonna be really hard. I love that one.
Leslie. How did Leslie's get in there? Leslie's the winner.
I like that one. That was beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Oh, I just noticed that
Wonder
Spawn
Woman
was in one of those. I love this
That's
one.
hysterical.
That's funny.
There's so many good ones.
So many good ones.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, that's
awesome.
really cool.
That's awesome.
He's beautiful.
Luke Skywalker riding the Megaton.
I mean, you know, we don't need a Tauntaun. We got Godzilla, right?
That's right. He fits perfectly.
There was so many good ones. So many good ones.
James Davis actually says he thinks this was his favorite photo contest so far.
Oh, thanks, James.
Nice work. Yeah, we loved the submissions that we got for this. You guys really brought it. Thank you so much for submitting your monster multiverse photos. For the next one, we actually want to see your G-Fest 2022 haul. So make sure to use that hashtag when you're posting online, G-Fest 2022 haul, and we will. We're just gonna do the same thing, like compile them all into this awesome montage of photos. So it's your time to shine, my friends. Show us all the killer stuff you got. Again, we would love to live vicariously through those, because we did not go.
Indeed.
All right. So. Oh, Alex says, was he too late? You might have been too late, Alex. I think I put that video together yesterday morning.
Yeah,
we usually have
Alex.
it cut off at like Wednesday on the week of the show because, you know, I got a lot of work to do on the week of the show. So I always want to have, you want to get it in there before the deadline. Yeah.
It's usually Wednesday, but we'll sneak some in on Thursday. But that's
sometimes,
it. Sometimes.
All right, so we do have one more thing to show off here. I need to make sure that I've got it available to me. Where did that go? It's here somewhere. Actually, David and John, do me a favor. Just kind of vamp for a minute while I find the next segment thing that I have to do.
So, John, let's talk about the Jumbosauruses now. We're the Jumbosaurus twins now.
Yes, we are.
I did not know you were going to grab that. That's a really cool grab.
Well,
and
it popped up. Oh, right. I did some projects that I was happy. I was like, oh, perfect timing.
Nice G-Fest consolation, too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because the money I would have spent on airfare would have wiped out anything I would have done in the dealer's room.
Amen.
So, it worked out.
Congratulations on that, by the way, John.
It's a great piece.
Thank you.
That's
a miracle.
That's a piece of history.
Maybe, John, you'll be featured in our next segment, which is getting a preview right now.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Collect on Monsters Collector's Minute, showcasing the very best of what our community has to offer.
Wait, Jonathan, what's the Collector's Minute?
For future episodes of Collect on Monsters, we will be hand-picking posts from our members in our Facebook group to showcase on the show. Have a fun box day to share like Greg Benton?
Or maybe you're taking a stroll down memory lane with your family members like Quinn Allen did. It was a really cool post.
Or maybe you're feeling a little nostalgic with some vintage VHS from Daniel Damano.
Or perhaps you're showing off your Marsan 89 collection like Jay Key. Shout out to Toku Toy Town.
Or you're braving the hostage challenge from Tanner Steffen. We all have unique and fun things to share, so keep posting that monster collecting goodness.
And perhaps you'll see yourself on the next Collector's Minute.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Hi, Ryan. That was awesome. Those guys did awesome.
Okay, so we talked about this a little while ago. What we really wanted to do is we love the group. And it's funny when I was watching the stream of the panel at G-Fest, I heard Jonathan and Leslie and Sandra talking about the group a lot. Normally I would have been like, oh man, somebody's really shilling their group. But dudes and dudettes out there, we have a blast in the group. I've never been part of a more fun Facebook group before. And I know that, people have their issues with Facebook, and that's totally fine. No worries. If you can't join us, don't worry about it. But this is where we get a majority of our posts that we just showed off in the Monster Showcase. Most people post them there. Some post to Instagram. Yes, Hachi did just sit down behind me. Yeah. He just laid down his bed. So, so we're basically, we're trying to get you to understand why the group is so awesome. And so that's why we're asking our moderators of the group, Jonathan and Ryan, to put this sort of together every month. Now, this was a video that we played. Next month and the months after that, that'll actually be a live thing where they're on showcasing some of the cool stuff that people are posting in the group. So we love what you guys are doing in the group. We want to see more of it, basically. And we really want to see a lot more people who are in the group, because we have a ton of people in the group, but we want to see more activity just because we know you're out there, right? We know you're there. We want you to get bitten by the bug of opening your box day delivery or showcasing some cool thing that you just got or any of that kind of stuff. We do live videos. We have group streams. Sometimes we get special guests to come on, and like we did this was a while ago now, but we did a happy hour tiki theme with Hector from Mondo one time. We had Peter Santamaria join us for one of those events. Tom Whalen, I think, was on one. Anyway,
he was.
We're going to be doing a lot of these things just in ad nauseum and continuing. Like, we're not going to stop. We're going to basically our goal is to have 2 things every month in the group, or sorry, 1 extra stream every month in the group, stream, and then sometimes we'll do extra videos that go into the YouTube streams and so forth and so on. The last thing I want to say about the Facebook group, which is, of course, the link is right down here. Please join the group if you would like to be a part of the group. But if you're going to join the group, we have rules that are there for the safety of everybody. A lot of times what happens is people will join the group and not read the rules, and then they sit there in this sort of limbo period. Please don't be a limbo dancer in our group. We want you to actually join the group. So you just got to agree to the rules and say, you'll play safe with everybody else. And it's a really fun group, really great people, really not a lot of contention, and totally fun to do, totally fun to just be a part of. So we are going to definitely get out of here in just a minute. We hit the 2-hour mark, which is pretty impressive for just 3 of us. Good job, everybody.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, we're going to be, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up this year, and we're going to just keep banging it all out for you guys. So thank you guys for being here and watching live. We still got 41 people who are still here. You guys are all awesome.
Bless you.
We are missing 2 of our members, of course, so hopefully they'll be with us for the next episode. Thank you to Leslie for joining us. Yeah. I'd also like to thank Nick Sides, Tanner Steffen, and anybody else who's been streaming and posting to the group from G-Fest. That is just so fun. I love bringing up my phone to look at the group, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, dude, so-and-so's live, and then I get to sit there and watch it for a little while. Great stuff. And David and John, thank you guys for being here with me as well to celebrate this not at G-Fest memories moment.
It was good. I feel better now a little bit. I'm not going to cry tonight like I did last night. It's all good.
Well, we are... Godzilla Man 2000 says, here's to 2,000 subs. I agree. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for being here. And let's see. I think I'll pass it over to David for his closing statement, and then we'll try and pick up some slack with some people.
Well, I'm just going to say, if you want this conversation to continue, as Kyle just eloquently said, please join us in our Facebook group, Collect All Monsters, Monster Collectors. It's a lot of fun. We love having you there. It's the best group on Facebook, and just join us. It's fun. It's awesome. John.
Well, if you're not catching us live, please check us out on social media and leave a comment, because we'd love to hear from you. Kyle.
And don't keep us a secret.
Oh, that's right.
Nobody likes secrets. I tried to do Christine's thing. Yeah, share the show. If you know collectors that aren't watching Collect All Monsters, tell them why it's awesome. We are celebrating that we got 1,000 subscribers, and that is super awesome. Yeah. But we got big plans for the show and for offering cool things to you guys. More merch coming out this year. another figure run for sure will happen for the little figures. And, you know, it's just going to be a lot of fun. I can't remember which part Leslie usually does, so I'm not going to try and do that.
I can't either.
Yeah,
But you know what he did?
What did he do?
Perfectly. He did on one of his streams. Until next time, our planet may be doomed, our Earth devastated, the monsters are in revolt, and civilization is in chaos. We must unite and collect all monsters. Peace out, guys.